Hello, this is Kuan-Hua, and then I'm going to present my NSD final presentations and recording the video. So here is my slides. Let's start. Okay, so as I said before, I have set up my goal with specific film, which is the project redesign my fitness pole with website and app as a UX case study. And then here is my time schedules I have presented before. And here's my SWOT of HTML, CSS, and then UX, and then my exist skill. So my strengths is I have professional graphic backgrounds, and I have studied and worked in the advertising industry, and HTML and CSS are easy to learn as a fundamental of coding, and the UX is more popular now, and then it can utilize on many films. And then the activities, because during pandemic, so like e-commerce or people are using lots of online shopping or online course, so US are very popular now. And because everyone has mobile, so it's a big opportunity to learn it. And in terms of weakness, like web design isn't only about graphic skill, but also coding fundamental, and I have to learn because I have no fundamental skills of it. And those web design coding such as HTML, CSS are required to work with each other, like JavaScript or other coding. And threat is that because codings are very fast scale, what I say is it updates all the time, so you have to keep learning and update your information. And then this is my NSD contract, so I have to do some research about the brand, which is my fitness pole, and then I have to learn principle of user experience and the new software, which is Adobe XD, to implement wireframes and for prototypes. And then I need to learn basic web codings like HTML, CSS, etc. And I have to develop prototype for the website and the apps. And I have to try to demonstrate the project at the end. And then this is my book I have read, and I learned basic principle of user experience. Here's a reference. And so it's talking about UCD at the beginning, which is user-centered design. So it's about you have to research and test all the time, and it helps you to develop your prototype and then your design. Then this is like circle, then you just keep going, testing and redesign, testing, redesign until your applications or your websites are very good for all of users. So there's a lot of research and evaluations tools, such as like stakeholder interviews, which is important because UX is not only about user needs or business or technical constraints, but also business goals. So you have to interview your stakeholders to see what they like and what they want in this project. And then so as a teacher suggests, I have make UCD process to the step by step. So step one would be you have to understand context of use, and then specify user requirements, and then design solutions, and then at the end you have to evaluate against the requirements, and then keep this circle again to make a better users experience. So I have used my portfolio as an example, like to practice those basic principle of user experience. Like my portfolio is about my ability to get job. So user needs, those user will be browse my portfolio. They probably want to see what I can do, what my ability. So user will be some hunting manager and HR or designer. They will look for suitable candidate to work for them. And then in terms of business goal of my portfolio, this portfolio should demonstrate professional works, which relative working experience and the creative thoughts and advanced skills to attract those people who is users to interest about me. And then technical constraints is about business goal and the user needs are implemented by technical constraints. Like I have to make a simple category on different page to show every project clearly, which is important for the users to see my portfolio. And then we go back the principle of user experience, and it contains comparator benchmarkings, which means you have to do research about your competitors. And then contextual research, you have to know like different people, they got different story, their backgrounds, and you have to understand who are they, and then they probably will be important to your application or website. And then other things, it's about analytics. So you can use Google Analytics or other software to analyze your data. And also you can have surveys to those users, and then you can know what they want by those questions and the interviews. And then finally, you need to ask some experts, which is good at these films, and then they probably will give you different opinions than other normal people's. So in terms of user experience design tools and techniques, firstly, you have to know the task model, which is for your users to complete missions when they browse this website or when they use these apps. So what are their tasks, and then what's the process they are going through. And then this is the example of my portfolio I implement to I'm doing task model to implement my portfolio. So firstly, my purpose of my portfolio is understanding my abilities, work experience, and design thinking. And I go to see my different projects. So it contains like fast moving consumer, customers, goods and food and drink sectors, education, cars, etc. And then after they understand my project, and probably they will be interested to some relative filmed, and then they will click and go through the project to see again or to get more information about it. And then they will check and download my CV, and then finally they will contact. This is the test model of the users for my portfolio. And then another techniques and tool is a customer experience map. So this is like imagine those users and customers, their journey and the experience about buying shoes online or seeing my portfolio online. So there's a different details and you can discuss and then imagine, and it will help you complete complete the pictures of the user experience. So this is my consumer experience of map for portfolio. So as a trigger, like those visions, those contents, and the design style strategies will trigger those users to be interested about myself. And then primary concern will be because I'm not locals, I'm not British, so nationalities, language barriers, culture difference can be their concerns when they want to hire me. And then they will check details after. So they will check my design thinking, marketing skill, Adobe software skill, digital idea, etc. And then probably they will make decision because they want more detail. So they will think about if I fit their company styles or my personalities based on my portfolio or my attitudes. And then finally, they probably will contact me by downloading my CV or send me an email and having interview to ask more questions or ring me to make sure I'm the candidate they want to hire. So, and then persona is another tool and techniques for user experience. Basically, it's about your users, user profiles are a representation of digital products. So like those, you have to think about those people's potential, your customers, potential users for your product, for your digital products. And then you have to analyze like their age, their circumstance, their income, their jobs, their hobbies to do more understandings, and then you can create more friendly interface or application for them. So you need to like you need to think about their behavior, their patterns as well. So this is my personal portfolio. So because I am a creative designer, so probably some professional creative directors will want to see my portfolio because they are looking for people who can work for them and they have the same style as them. So Lee is a creative director and then looking for a designer to assist his work in the university in industry. And then because he's busy and then he won't find someone to join his team, especially he wants someone good at printing and digital design, and then using Adobe software and Microsoft, and then to help him to do better job. And he has been this graphic industry for many years, so he's passionate about creative ideas and then graphic skills. So he wants to have someone just like him and then can work with him well. So this is the persona. Like I analyze his behavior, his hobbies, his thinkings, and I create the digital content and the application or website to fit what he wants. Another tool and techniques is user journey, which is task flow too. So you can see this is information architecture, and then this spread route is his user journey. It's user journey, and then This is information architecture. Basically, it's like your website page. So each page of your website, it has its main purpose, and then you have to divide it clearly, because too much information, so it's important to categorize it clearly and simply in order to help user to find what they want information, and help them to complete their task. So this is my user journey of information architecture for my portfolio. So firstly, the homepage is about me, and then you can go download the CV directly, or you can see my works. So those projects I have done, so then you can find any projects you interest, then go back to download my CV and contact me. And then well forms and prototype is another tools and techniques for user experience. So well forms is like outline or a basic layout of your interface design, and it won't have functions. It's just like it's just a simple, probably simple line or simple boxes to indicate users to test it. And prototype is about functions. So it's not only about the layout or simple lines of interface, it's about you have to put some functions, colors, and make it more complete and more real, then user can test it as real as possible. So this is my well-framed portfolio. So basically, that's just some slogans and then buttons to download my CV, and then my design thinking, design process, and then those buttons are my projects. So this is a phototype of portfolio as an example. Okay, so next stage is about the skills I have learned with Adobe XD. So I learned how to, for example, selecting size and then do artboards, and then use lots of tools like lines, shapes, adding text, or how to film, how to painting it and put shadows and importing and the mask image, and then do the icons and then import SVG files, and then make lots of icons and then navigations and the add text, or and then how to share for type by using Adobe XD. And then this is about learning web designs, web codings, and it contains like it contains how to make your highlights and then paragraph, make different colors, different fonts, and then how to align it and put for images and then different colors, and then make a navigation bar, and then how to link other pages, and then how to put color, etc. So it's about it. This is the main things I have to present of this presentation, which is my portfolio about my fitness user experience redesign. So in terms of app overview, MyFitnessPal is very popular, and then this app is about tracking users' diary, and help people to be healthier, no matter losing weight or start new habits and change our diets, etc. Those features like calorie counter, food database, water tracking, or barcode scanner, etc., would be very helpful those people who want to be healthy or change their lifestyle. So there's 19 million users, and then it got like 47 stars from Apple Store rating. And then this is my this is user demographic of my fitness pal. So we can see like this part, like 40% of 35 to 44 years old people are using fitness app. They are not using my fitness pal, but they want to change their lifestyle or they want to lose weight, etc. So those age 35 to 44 are main target to those fitness apps. And then gender would be have like 48% of male and then 51% of female. And then household income, like so you can see the 35% with like 100K their incomes, which will be the main part of our users. And then in terms of comparative analysis, we have three competitors which are Fitbit as healthy from Samsung and the Weight Watchers. So those three Fitbit are the most users by monthly, and then but the Apple Store ranking will be Weight Watchers. It's the highest. And they all got other tracking like sleeping tracking, or they can also work with some devices like Samsung will work with Samsung Gear, Fitbit with will work with its sales brand, which is Fitbit Tracker. And then as health is free, but others you need to pay monthly. And then in terms of pain points of my fitness pal, this is the main pain point of the purpose of redesigning. After you set up the goal, it will automatically generate everyday calories. But when you reach the goals, these everyday calories won't change it. So this will cause users to consume more calories or less calories because it doesn't automatically change your everyday calories by your goal. So you have to change it by yourself. And then another pain point is about complicated interface and unclear buttons. Like there's so many buttons on the page, and then it doesn't have orders, and it just easily to confused. And then another thing is about its homepage got too much information, and then some people don't need those news feeds, but it just come up automatically. And then so these objectives of redesign, because I want to improve functions to retain current users and then minimize ambiguity in user experience to appeal every user. And then this is my primary persona. So Pete is occupied white-collar professionals. He's busy with job, but he wants to lose weight. So he's a data analyst living in Leeds, and then because he has lots of pressures when he was work, so he has been eating junk food and comfort foods, so he gained lots of weight. However, he wants to change his lifestyle during lockdown because he works from home, so he has more time to manage his diet. So my fitness pal is a channel to change his diet style, and then he lost lots of weight at the end of the day. And then another person is Kyle. He's active exercise. He regularly work out, but need to control that to grow up muscles. he's an active exercise, and then he goes to gyms 3 times a week and then do some weight training, and but he wants to do better performance when he's working out, so he has to manage his diet. So he set up his own recipe, and then he wants to reduce fat and grow up more muscles. So this is my task model of my fitness pole application. Purpose is that this app help users to count calories and track diet for change their habits. So, and then they will set a goal, and after they set a goal, they can add their weight, their water status, their food, their exercise activities, and then they can go calories counting and diet tracking, and then diet exercise tracking. Then they will see the progress. And this is information architectures of the applications of MyFitnessPal. Starts with home, and it has 4 pages, which is diary, quick add, programs, and more. More is about setting, like you can change like your profile, your plans, your goals, etc. And the diary is about like you have to record your food diary, and then by like scan code or photos, and then document your food. And then this is a task flow with waveforms of my fitness application. So because I say my pen points, like they don't change your everyday calories even you reach your goal. So you will probably just eat more food or eat less food without noticing. So I designed this interface like with the graphic. You can easily to know like how many calories you left, and the less progress bar to notice to remind you like you reach the goal, and then it can go direct to setting to change your goals. And then this is a task flow, like you go home, and then diary on when it reach the goals, then you go progress to diary, or you go setting the goals to go back to the diary, which is everyday calories. And then this is a text flow with another pen point. As I say, it's not very clearly and simple, so I put more icons to make user to simply click it to add food. So the task flow would be go home page and go diary buttons and go add food like this, and go add food and go different functions like scan barcode, scan meal, and create, etc. And then this is my final prototype. I put more icons and I design the progress bar. And then this 1-to-1 is you can change your goals by this way, or you can change goal by progress buttons. And then 2-to-1 is you can use different functions, like if you want to add breakfast, and then you can scan the meals by this, and then or you can scan you can scan barcodes by just scanning basically, or you can create your recipe by go different films, different areas. And then another redesign is about its website, and then this website contains more information, but basically I will redesign as what I found pain points for application, because it has the same problems we need to improve. So my Fitness Pro website, it's got more pages like home, food, exercise. The difference between application and the website is they separate food and the exercise, and they put more detail on it, and then it doesn't have scanned code or scanned meal, those functions, but it got more and a bigger blog or communities to relate it all of users together. And then this is the task flow with my website. So this is the page, and then I put progress bar, and then also the bar for the calorie left, and then put a simple way to add your food. And then when these progress bars reach your weight goal, then you can click the button to change your goals by this field, which is in home, and then there's a goal, you can change it. And then this is another pain point about my Fitness Pro website, because it's basically, it doesn't have lots of icons, and it's small, and then it's not simple and clearly. So I change it to here. So you can add food simply by these buttons, and then you can search for food here, and then there's a different function when you click it, and then it will go different content on your right. So this is a final photo type, and I put the its brand, its icon, its brand image to to and strengthen users' awareness about this brand. And then, so when you click this button, when these bars reach the goal, so you can change it by this page. You can change the goal by this page, and then it will change your everyday calories here. And then this is the add food by different icons, and then you can simply search it, or you can use those functions here, and then it will show the different windows on your right side. So that's it. And then I have tried to implement a website by myself by coding, and then this is the process I have done. So I have tried how to make those navigation bar like this, and then also I have tried to make tables, and then you can put your calories on it, and then try to how to work buttons, and improve the pictures, and put the progress bars. And then this is HTML, and then this is CSS, which you put style on your HTML. So like what's their font size, their background color, when it change color when they are hovering, and then tables, what's their color, and how they align, and then buttons, like different buttons, and it has different colors, and then when it changes, when it hover, also like image, how their alignments of images. And then this is my reference of my my projects. I think that's it. Hope any questions you can ask, and then hope you will like my projects. Thank you.